Hello, how you doing? My name is Cricket, otherwise known as Chow Yun Smut, and this is the Corner Booth, the online equivalent of your favorite late night eatery at Bar Rush in the Corner Booth, hanging out with all the best friends you've never met, and talking about everything except interchannel drama and politics. Everything else is on the table from pop culture to poop knives to pancakes to crimes against carbs. I sent some of you the link last night of the crimes against carbs. I have not heard back from the carb sergeant. Hey, Dee Dee, and hello, Pamela SP Butterfly. Good to see you both. The carb sarge has not replied, which means that I may have killed her. She may have launched herself out of a tall window in an act of despair, defenestration caused by despair. Hello, shut up, Matt. It could have been anything. Richie Rodriguez suddenly declared himself vegan, and I'm expecting the bombs to start any day now because of that recipe. Somebody said, "What in the caucasity is this?" That was one of my favorite comments. I replied that she should be locked away forever. It was serious business, y'all. And I'm going to see if it's in one of my chat windows here. Here we go. So I'm just going to throw this link into the chat so that you can all see it. No, I don't want to pull it up so that y'all can see it again. Hello, Sergeant Fanny Cake. Here is the link. I I sent it to Richie Rodriguez last night, and he replied today, "No, thank you. I've suddenly become vegan." Seeing as I've always known Richie to be somewhat of an omnivore, it tells you how extreme this recipe is. Feel free to watch it. I'll be here waiting for the notification to come out, waiting for people to show up. If this is a milestone, I feel old. The only milestone I have today is, according to the title, I think I was successful. Started about 20 minutes after my show. I received a message on Facebook from somebody that I've known since high school. And yeah, fried peanut PB&J is one thing, but it's a monstrosity. It's a crime against humanity. And the woman needs to be 100% locked away forever and never allowed anywhere near food preparation at all. Hello, Bilf. Yeah, he messaged me that his husband of decades has been cheating on him and lying to him, and actually took the dog and went to my friend's mom's place, which is messed up in so many different ways. And he was ready to do himself the ultimate harm. And I spent 3 hours chatting with him. And I think I was successful in talking him out of it. He was in a lot of despair, and I think I was successful. I can't know. I haven't heard from him today at all, but fingers crossed that he's still with us, because I would be absolutely heartbroken. But I know that the pain that he's going through is his own. And I support people making decisions for themselves. Yeah, it was a rough night last night after the show. So I listened to more of my uplifting, lighthearted 20-some hour Audible book about Jim Jones, and went out and cleaned up more of the yard and filled an entire 30-gallon yard waste bag full of stuff so that I could snap twigs and cut things into pieces with my little snippers and just kind of work it out. I didn't do myself any more injury with the tools last night, but I did definitely rip the scab off of the one on my finger while I was just doing dishes a few minutes ago, which is why I was late. Bestie's husband was down here playing Call of Duty, and I wanted to give him his time, and the kitchen needed cleaning, so I cleaned the kitchen, including scrubbing the crap out of both dog dishes. And now we get to play the game. It's one of my Jim Jones, the cult leader, Bilf. Yeah, it's like a 27-hour audiobook on Audible, so it gives me, plenty of listening material while I'm doing things around the house in the yard. Speaking of the dog, thank you for the ones for my friend. Thank you. I know that he will appreciate it, and if everyone could send some ones out to the Pacific Northwest for my friend. I'm not going to give his name. I didn't ask any kind of consent. So, yeah, any ones, any love, anything that you can send toward this gentle soul. Yes, Elvira did go to the vet today. She is still wearing her lampshade and will do so for 2 weeks. At which point she gets to have a surgery. The cornea is so badly damaged that she has to have surgery. Thankfully, this is the other eye. She had to have corneal surgery on the other eye last year, I want to say. Maybe it was earlier this year. I don't even recall, but I think it was last year. And so I just joked with Bestie's husband that, well, after this surgery now, she'll have had it on both eyes, and now she'll be able to see through walls. So that'll be good. But she's not a happy camper. And she's stuck in the cone for another 2 weeks. Poor kid. Whether or not she will learn her lesson from this, I am dubious. She is sitting on the couch right now. She's facing away from me. She doesn't want to look at me. She wants to scratch at that eye so badly. And we can't let that happen. So lampshade it is. Our poor little lamp. But yeah, so it's been a day. It's been a real day since last night. As far as the cooking experiment gone horribly awry. Shut Up Matt says, in the words of my youngest, that's not a recipe, it's a patient zero. And I agree with that completely. I was telling Bestie about it today. Hey, T, good to see ya. Oh, hi, Shar. Good to see you. What did you think of the carb travesty, the blasphemy that I sent you, the video that I sent you? Hey, Brian Webb, you're a dirty stay up tonight too. Good to see you. Well, you know what? I love my replay crew, and I'm happy to see you being being here with the dirty stay-ups tonight. Welcome back to the booth, brother. I did get kind of serious, but I'm trying to get past that. Shit got real heavy for me about 20 minutes after the show. If you haven't seen the video, I did put the link into the chat. I'm going to do so again right now. That's going to be the link for tonight. Yeah, Char's like, no. You're at Woolies. What do we need? I need hobnobs. One nibble and I'm nobbled. Do they have those at Woolies? I don't even know what y'all have at Woolies over there. Our Woolies carried fucking everything from actual small pets to bobby pins to clothing to having a lunch counter. So I don't even know what Woolies is like in Straya. Please illuminate. But yeah, that I told Bestie about the recipe, and she said, and I told her that this woman revealed that she had made this the day after her wedding as a breakfast. Oh, they do have those at Woolies. Fantastic. Yeah, just some hobnobs, please. I don't even need digestives. I love the texture of the hobnobs, especially when I dunk them in my coffee. Oh, it's like a Ralph's. Oh, okay. Yeah, then rock on. Hobnobs, I think, is all I need. Thank you. No lunch counter. Yes, bobby pins. Ah, you have the Aldi equivalent of hobnobs, Oaties. Very nice. I do love oats. I always have. Anyway, so I told Bestie that this woman bragged about making this for her wedding guests the day after her wedding. And Raven said, I hope every single one of those guests took their gifts back. And I said, none of those people are likely ever speaking to her again. Some people online have posited that a CPS call needs to be made, and others have said, poor Marty, no wonder he was out drinking with the boys last night. It was clearly a cry for help, if this is what she's making for breakfast. You would try the ice cream bread? See, Bilf, I would consider trying the ice cream bread if it weren't burnt to fuck, and if some of that delicious, precious Kerrygold had actually gotten into any of the bread. If she had considered maybe having a lighter hand with the cinnamon sugar and perhaps a more practiced hand at evenly distributing that. But the ice cream bread that I would try, and that I actually have tried, is you are able to make bread out of ice cream. You need like a couple cups of ice cream, whatever flavor you want, and some flour. And you mix it all up and you pop it into a loaf pan. And you bake it, and it's freaking delicious. And I don't even know why. But it's so good. Brian Webb, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you so much. Zena Marlene, to you. What a waste of ice cream. Yes, and a waste of Kerrygold, for sure. Bill was worried the cinnamon sugar was Old Bay. Yeah, it's terrifying. That is some bullshit. Get it? Her last name is Bull. Yeah. Yeah, waste a terrible... like I said, I think she needs to be locked up immediately. Who on earth does that to Kerrygold? People wonder why Americans are fat. Ask me why Americans are fat. Or tell me why Americans are fat without telling me. And yet you look at her and she doesn't look like she's eaten any of it. She claims it's delicious. But does she dare take a bite on camera? No, she does not. Oat biscuits, or havercakes, gave their name to the Halifax Regiment, the Havercake Lads. Halifax, West Yorkshire, not Halifax, Nova Scotia, by the way. Okay, good to know. Yeah, it was a waste of ice cream. It was and with grocery prices being what they are, the fact that she would destroy this much food, um, it, for clicks is terrifying to me. And it's gross. I think she's living her best life, and y'all hating. Hey, you know what? If that's what she wants to eat for the rest, apparently she does this a lot. Um, and there's somebody, I'm not following her on the Tickety Talks because I don't want to give her the clicks. But there's somebody on Twitter who who's called Chef Reacts. And apparently she gives him so much of his content because he is constantly reacting to her stuff. Somebody mentioned that she has another similar video involving chocolate chips and candy corn, and that's terrifying to me as well. Don't say the F word. It's kidnap resistant. Which F word? I will say all the F words. Felony. Fat. Food. Oh, the F word is kidnap. The fat. That's what it is. That's right. Skinny people are easy to kidnap. Eat more cake. Yes, I can get behind that. Yeah, she's fishing for that Uncle Roger React video. Oh, maybe. I don't know, but she gets a bunch of Chef React videos, and Chef React, you're only allowed to look at his tweets if he approves you. So I have requested to follow him, and please stay tuned because I'm looking forward to seeing what other monstrosities that woman manages to cook up. Oh, yes, Shara, stay tuned after night meds, by the way, which I should probably do because I know I started late. So we should probably do that now, which means it's night meds. Take your night meds. It's a modern pharmacology. Night meds. Time for night meds. They can help your physiology. Take them well before you go to sleep. They work while you're busy counting sheep. When you take your night meds, it's a happy, healthy snooze time, a snory snooze time. You'll have a sleepy time. Night meds. Remember to sip first so the things don't stick. So, and I know you were saying something. What did you say about that? I gotta scroll up. Jim Jones documentary. It's the human paradox, seeking things in entertainment we'd avoid in real life. This isn't really entertainment. I'm listening to it for education. The same reason that I listen to all of those things. Wealth Kiros says fat people run slow. I don't run. But I do know some fat people who can run pretty fast. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine had a running team that she put together called Fat Girls Running when she was training to do a marathon. So take that. Bananas as a gluten-free replacement for flour. Yes. And I also heard of a really cool thing. You guys remind me about birthday boxes. I have to play Shut Up Matt's song first. Because we do have a contribution from the gentleman. Okay. Ugh, that poor thing is so broken. All right, let's hear what Shut Up Matt has to say.
I asked the girl what she wanted to be, and she said, baby, and can't you see? I want to be famous, a star on the screen, but you can do something in between. Baby, you can eat my carbs. Say, yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can eat my carbs, and maybe I love you. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much. And yes, Ralph, what size pants do you wear? And have you gotten them caught in a paper shredder recently? I hope you've not had your pants caught in a paper shredder recently. So birthday boxes. Yes, that was a song from Shut Up Matt, and that was all for our carb sergeant, Ms. Shar. Um, so there was another thing that I saw on the Twitters, which actually looked really cool, and it is a thing called birthday boxes. And basically, you put these boxes together. You just literal lolled in the shops and got weird looks. Nice. And you bring them to your local food pantry or food shelf or wherever it is that people who are needy are getting food assistance. And people who are in that kind of position generally don't get to do a whole lot for holidays, especially birthdays. And so basically, what you do is you put together a birthday box. And it has like candles, balloons, a cake mix, a boxed cake mix, a container of frosting, other little party things, if you wish, and a can of Sprite. And this is because you can use a boxed cake mix and not have any oil or eggs. You just substitute the oil and the eggs for a can of Sprite and bake according to the directions on the box. Bang! Instant birthday cake. And because eggs are super freaking expensive right now, as is everything else, even if you don't have eggs or oil, it's okay because you can use Sprite and it works out just fine. And if you're putting them all together in like one of those foil cake pans that has a lid, so much the better, because then you can just package everything up and then they have the cake pan and the lid and the frosting and the cake mix and the Sprite and some candles and some balloons, and they can have themselves a little birthday when normally they wouldn't be able to. And I think that's pretty freaking cool. So, had I the money to do it for my birthday, I would make 52 of the damn things. I would find things on sale and I would make 52 of the damn things and deliver them to my local food pantry. But I can't afford to do that. However, I may do things on a smaller scale once I can afford to do that. And I will be looking out for cake mixes and frosting to go on sale. Because I think it's a delightful thing. And having grown up having to receive things from the food pantry in my youth, I think it's fantastic. And we never got anything like that. We got fucking creamed corn a lot. Duke of Many Things, our Shut Up Matt, says, I invite you to investigate the plus-size tap dancing troupe, the Roly Polies from the 80s. And I may well. I have seen some plus-size women doing absolutely astonishing yoga when they're plus size. Some amazing dance moves that my knees certainly can't handle. And these people are significantly larger than I. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not here to size shame anybody because body shame in any of its forms, too fat, too skinny, whatever, your body is your body and people need to knock it off. But yeah. Okay, Sprite with codeine scissor with the Jolly Ranchers, Southside Houston, Texas, chopped and screwed. Okay. Yeah, sounds about it. And I I bow to your superior knowledge of these things, Bilf, because you definitely know more about it than I do. Shut Up Matt says this sounds like the 7-Up cake in the viral Don't Send Husband to Shops by Jeannie Robertson. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I just think it's fantastic. And I love the idea of giving people an opportunity to celebrate a holiday when maybe they normally wouldn't be able to with anything special. So, yeah, having been in that position before, I dig it. I dig it. And we certainly never got anything like that. So, yeah. And you can throw in like a little container of sprinkles if you want to, or you can get the frosting with the sprinkles that's already in in there or whatever. Do we have popcorners here? Yes, we do. We do have popcorners. They're not really my jam, but I've had them in the past. They're pretty good. They're not my fave, but yes, we do have them here in the US. We do have popcorners. Oh, and I have such a sulky dog. She's got her back to me. She's not even looking at me. Poor kid. Again, I doubt she's going to learn her lesson, but it be what it be. Breeding and such being what it is, she can't really deny that. But and it's not like we can afford to bring Caesar what's his face here to train her. But local Meals on Wheels persecutes CO Bill for distributing Festivus poles to elders. Oh, Festivus for the rest of us. Yes, indeed. Among my weaknesses, gingerbread, says Shut Up Matt. I make a black sticky gingerbread. It's so good. And it's almost the season for black sticky gingerbread. Oh, it's so good. Holy crap. The little caramelized sugar on the top from the molasses. Oh, it's so good. Shar is eating sweet chili popcorners. Meh, I like the cheddar and the sweet and salty. Okay, fair enough. The sweet and salty, I'd probably dig the cheddar more than the sweet and salty, because the sweet and salty is probably going to remind me of kettle corn, and I despise kettle corn. I don't know why. I just have an innate loathing of kettle corn. I will eat popcorn of all sorts of different flavors, but for some reason, kettle corn, I'm just, no. No. Maybe it's all my time at Ren fairs, because there's always somebody making fucking kettle corn. Always. And I can't get behind it. Ugh. Between that and a turkey leg at a Renaissance festival, I want nothing to do with that shit either. Blah, 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 blah. Soup in a bread bowl, I can handle, except the beef stew is usually like canned. It's not even Hormel. It's worse than Hormel. It's lower quality than Hormel. But the bread bowl itself, I can get behind. We're approaching gingerbread latte from coffee shop franchise. Yeah, insert coffee shop franchise here this season. Yes, we are. We are approaching that season right now. Other people consider it a season for a different flavor. Kettle corn, there is a difference between kettle corn and regular popcorn. Kettle corn is done in a large copper kettle, and it has some kind of sweetness involved to it. So it is, in fact, a sweet and salty sort of thing, but blah, I'm not about it. Like caramel corn, I'm fine. You want to mix your caramel corn and your cheese corn, as they do in everywhere from Duluth, Minnesota to South Korea. That's fine. Go right ahead. That's not kettle corn. Kettle corn is something entirely different. It's a totally different beast, and it's vile, in my opinion. But that means more for you if you dig it. Popcorn with melted butter is the best, says Ralph, and that's okay. I had popcorn with melted butter and salt tonight, as a matter of fact, because Bestie and her hubby were watching TV shows together. And she made some extra popcorn just for me. And she always makes it with butter and salt. She makes damn good popcorn. None of this microwave nonsense. She does it on the stove. She's pushing that corn. She's doing the thing. There is a YouTuber who eats very old food, and he managed to pop some popcorn from the 1920s or something. Yep, that doesn't surprise me. It keeps quite well as long as it's kept in proper conditions. Chat poll, salty popcorn or sweet popcorn? Well, there we go. I'm doing this through Restream, so I can't put up a poll, unfortunately, because Restream doesn't let me do it, which is rude. But go ahead and put it in the chat. Which do you prefer, salty popcorn or sweet popcorn? Char Michael is in there first with salt popcorn. And yeah, I'm with you on that. The occasional bit of caramel corn I'm good with, but yeah, for the most part, give me that salty popcorn. Some white cheddar popcorn, maybe. Some regular cheese corn. But even just regular popcorn, salt, melted butter, or, butter flavored substitute, whatever they put on it at the movies that is not real butter. Whatever. I'll take it. I prefer that. So far, everybody's going with the salty. And being a somewhat salty bitch myself, I can get behind that. Salty and fatty popcorn for Sergeant Fanny Cake. Yes. Yep. Everybody's going with the salted. I haven't gotten 13 replies yet, and it's telling me that there are 13 people in here. But speaking of the people in here, hey, do me a favor. Hit that like or the dislike, whichever you choose. Check to see if you're still subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It's fast, free, and my favorite part, it's painless. We do have memberships here. Ms. Ann Casillas, bless her sainted soul, gave out 20 memberships last night. Just threw out those horsey sauce packets, and she hit Char. I know that. She hit Kimberly Gabaldon. There's 20 new people wearing green, all because of Ms. Ann Casillas. So we have memberships and gifted memberships. We accept all of your super chats and stickers and thanks and super things. And we do also have ways that you can support the channel that don't involve YouTube eating 30% and are also immediately accessible rather than waiting to hit a particular threshold and then YouTube pays me once a month. And all of those ways are down below in the description box with the PayPal, the Venmo that Denver Stevo made me get, the Amazon wish list. It's birthday season, and what have I added? Groceries. How fucking sad. There's also a way that you can help a friend of the channel, because there's always going to be a way that you can help out somebody that isn't me in the description box, because a rising tide lifts all ships, folks. So that's how we do. Bilf says, CO Bilf denies presence of weapons/popcorn stockpiles beneath completely legal ceremonial bath complex. Yes, of course. Of course. I would absolutely never make those allegations. Heather Mack says smoky sea salt and paprika. Ooh, bitch. Yes. That sounds amazing. Now, are we doing like smoked paprika? Are we doing Hungarian paprika? What kind of paprika are we talking about here? You want a little bit more spicy? What do you, I mean, paprika comes in many shapes and forms as well. So I'm interested to know what you got. Am I glitchy? It feels like I'm glitchy. it doesn't, the video stream doesn't seem as smooth as normal. And I catch myself freezing every once in a while. Are you guys getting that too? Is it just the night? Is it just because it's way too windy and it's just blowing the signal hither and yon? Tell me what's going on. Now, let's see. I'm getting pating. So let's see what is making pating. Okay. So I've gotten the Don't Send a Man to the Grocery Store from Jeannie Robertson. Fantastic. Here's the dress I bought before hubby proposed. You are welcome to share with the stream. Well, let's take a look. Aw, cute. Well, it won't let me zoom, but there's Miss Pamela SP Butterfly and the dress she bought before her hubby even proposed. Smart lady. Cute, cute. Well done. Little glitchy, but okay now. Thank you. Smoked paprika because you want the bacon flavor. Nice. Very nice. There is a place down here, a movie theater, that does bacon popcorn. And it is, we're not talking about like bacon salt. They may in fact pop it in bacon grease. I'm not sure. But it has chunks of bacon in it. And it's amazing. Jeannie Robertson is a whole rabbit hole you think I'll enjoy? Fantastic. I look forward to it. And what's this pating? Oh, and Pamela SP Butterfly also sent me a purple octopus, and I appreciate that so much. Yay. Oh, it's a Porpington report. You guys, we have a Porpington report. Let me take down the message. We have a Porpington report. Come on, get your shit together. That is a porp. That is a porp in a pram, if I am not mistaken. A porp in a pram. This is many porps in a pram. That is the porp pram. The official transporp for the Porpingtons. Oh yeah, Heather Mack, the bacon popcorn is freaking astonishing. It's so good. Oh, goodness gracious. Would you look at these? Look at the faces. Look at them. Look at them right now. Porps in a pram. And is this is from Woolies? I'm assuming that you took this while you were in Woolies. This is like up to date and current. Porpington report. Shar. Thank you. We needed that. We needed that little bit of brain bleach between the carbohydrate blasphemy and the 3-hour conversation I had right after my show last night. We really did need a little calm down, a little breath. Dog has shifted and is still refusing to look at me. She's over it. She's had a long day. She had to go to the vet. They had to do rude things like take her temperature. It's terrible. But her dog dishes have both been cleaned and scrubbed, and they're almost as white as the day that she got them. So, you know, it's At least I could do that little bit for her. The backup vape is not helping because it's hardly working at all. So on top of, the vapes dying on me, everything else is happening because of course it will. That's how it goes. That's how it goes these days. But hey, one day at a time. We take it one day at a time. Sometimes we take it 1 hour at a time, and we just keep moving forward because that's what we got to do. And I feel like I'm getting glitchy again. Weird. Yes, I see you laughing. You did take that. That is a live Porpington report that you took right there in the Woolies. Good for you, Shar. I love that you take the porps in the pram, the official transporp for the Porpingtons, everywhere you go. I think that's absolutely delightful, and it's as it should be, and it helps get them socialized and not fearful of people and not freaked out by noises and things. Makes it easy. Trade secret for breakfast fried bread. Put your bread in the bacon grease while still in use. Then put the bread under the grill. That sounds good. That sounds good. When I make French toast, my little secret is I add a little bit of Bailey's into the egg wash. Elvira should be happy she's still allowed to take walks without nose jail. That's what happens to little dogs that eat stuff they shouldn't. Well, the thing is that she didn't accost the trash panda while she was on walkies. She accosted it while she was running around in her own backyard. And we're not going to put nose gel on her when she's in her own backyard. But Bestie did see the other day, she was sitting in the backyard. She was sitting on the back patio, and Elvira was out there as well, but was looking away, had her back to the fence, and Bestie saw a chippy sneak in under the gate, walked in, sniffed, looked around, saw Elvira, and literally back out of the gate. The chipmunk put it in reverse and backed out as quietly as it could until it was outside the gate again. That's pretty funny because I have never seen a chipmunk back up. But this one not only backed up, but it tiptoed quietly backwards to make sure that it was not detected. Ow! I just hurt my knuckle again. I need to put more Bactine with lidocaine liquid bandage on it because to the Porpington to the Portmobile. Da la 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 la. Yep. Porp dog. Yeah, I've been rocking the liquid bandage on that guy and on that little guy because of course it's right on the side of my knuckle. Of course it is. I know, very smart chipmunk. But this broadcast is not sponsored by Bactine with lidocaine liquid bandage. This program is not sponsored by anybody, but it could be. I got a big mouth, and when I talk about things that I like, well, people know it. Yeah, that stuff has been rocking my world for the most part until I wash dishes and knock the scab off of it, and because I use really hot water and I don't use dishwashing gloves, and it rinses all of the liquid bandage off, and then I have to go and reapply, and yeah, it's a whole thing. You guys know I'm a mess. I'm an accident waiting to happen. When watching real animals tells you you're living in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Oh, 100%. 100%. Most of this house is carpeted. The kitchen is not. And there is a pathway all the way from the kitchen to the breakfast nook, to the living room, to the hallway, to the office, to the kitchen. And she runs that circuit and wants us to chase her along that circuit. And sometimes we reverse direction and she doesn't expect it. And so then she gets caught out. And when that happens, when she's in the kitchen, she does the Scooby Scramble because her little paws can't get purchased on the floor because there's no carpet. I had never seen that actually happen in my life in person until I met this dog. And it's one of the funniest things ever. Butterfinger, yeah, Ralph, you have no idea. The level of accident prone that I am, I could injure myself in a rubber room. I'm an entire mess. I crashed into one of the patio chairs with my thigh about an hour ago, and I imagine that the bruise that's going to blossom from that is going to be delightful. I need dishwashing gloves to protect my hands. Nah, I don't use them. I'm hardcore. If I'm using dishwashing gloves, I can't tell when something is really clean. I need to feel with my hands. I need to feel if the film of whatever grease, if I can make my fingers go squeak on the dish, I know it's clean. And you can't really get that as much with the gloves. And I need to feel if there are any little teeny tiny bumps that I've missed, particles, if you will. And so, yeah, dishwashing gloves actually takes that away from me. Both Bestie and her husband use them. I do not. Bestie has a lot of hand sensitivity. And if she's using hot water, her bare skin can't take it. I was raised by a nurse and my bare skin can take it. And Bestie's husband works with his hands for a living. I mean, he's a musician, for God's sake. So he needs to keep his little paws delicate and unharmed. And, well, I can type the letters off of a keyboard in no time flat. So, yeah. Politically correct phrasing office. It's not clumsy. It's dyspraxic. Okay. I tend to say that I have the motor skills of a drunk toddler, but okay, dyspraxic. That works. I wish I could send you a dishwasher. Oh, Sergeant Fanny Cake. I don't know where they'd put it in this kitchen. It's not a big kitchen, but man, do I appreciate the thought. Because, oh my God, the idea, the very idea. I do a lot of dishes in this house. And the pizza stone winds up getting washed generally at least once a day. There's a lot of things that get cooked on the pizza stone. But yeah, the idea of a dishwasher, I don't, like I said, I've no idea where they'd even put the damn thing because there's so little storage in that kitchen that thinking about where and what you would sacrifice in order to put in a dishwasher, I can't even fathom it. But gosh, the idea is nice. Yeah, not a whole lot of storage in the kitchen in this house. Very, very precious little counter space as well. And yeah, I don't know. I'm looking around at just looking at other projects. Like there's the cement underneath the gate, which hopefully will soon be fixed in like a week. Has been, oh, I know, a butler's pantry, not butler's panties. No, Cricket, not a butler's panty. I too wish a butler's pantry was still a thing. Pamela says I had to break down and use them because my hands were getting dry and cracked. Now that I have a working dishwasher, I don't need them. Fair enough. Oh yeah, so the cement that's underneath the gate, because Ms. Ma'am likes to shove her nose under the gate and see who's passing by if she hears noises out there. And she's been doing a little bit of digging. And so that area is just all tore up. And I'm like, I wonder how many bags of Quickcrete it would take to get that reconcreted and handled. And how long does it take to cure? How long would we have to keep her in the house? So, yeah. Porn about butler's panties might be interesting. That's true. Some big houses still have butler's pantry. Yes, some big houses still have dumbwaiters. And that's not to cast aspersions on the asparagus of waiters. It's just a thing. I watched a Tom Scott video where he shows the many things people sing after Jingle Bells, Batman Smells. I never knew Robin laid an egg. For me, it was Robin flew away. Oh, yeah, no, I learned it as Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost its wheel and the Joker got away. Yep. We also used to sing, she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. When the chain on her motorcycle breaks, she'll be sliding through the grass with a muffler up her ass. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Yeah. And there was that one. There's over the ghettos and down the hill to grandmother's house we go. But the city that I grew up on in is basically on a giant hill. So, yes, butler's panties. Thank you, Shar. We're going to keep you laughing all the way through Woolies, and it's going to be a whole ass experience. And I kind of hope that you're in the... I just put the... trying to soothe my poor knuckle, and I put it on the outside of my glass, and that hurts. Oh! Ow. Holy shit. Pantry as in... Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a thing tonight. Pantry as in where you keep the bread. Pain, bread in French. See also panier, what you carry bread in. Okay, that makes sense. Apparently I'm unable to read the word pantry now. I guess it's panty tonight. Butler's panties. So that's what we got, folks. Hooray! No, butler's panties. Would they be banties? They wouldn't be buddies. That's a sandwich. Gosh, yeah. Butler's panties. That's going to be a thing for tonight, folks. So, yeah, I think with that, it's probably a good idea for me to head out. I am going to put the link for the abomination in the chat one more time, just in case you haven't seen it or you're not quite scarred enough. And you want to watch it again, this time with the sound off, or maybe with the sound on, just so you can hear the idiocy that this woman spews. Panties where you keep your baguette, if you know what I mean. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, the level of inappropriate that my brain just took that. Yep. I think it's... Yeah, I think it's probably time, because my brain just went a whole lot of places that it shouldn't have gone, and trying to explain it to the authorities is going to be challenge. So I think I'm going to head out of here, you guys. But I will be back tomorrow, hopefully on time. Another person that I'd like you to send ones to is my friend Jay. She is having to send her aged feline Hershey off to study abroad tomorrow. It's time. I can't remember if he's 19 or he's 22, but he is an aged gentleman cat and is very sweet and always has something nice to say when I come and visit. And he has let her know that it is time. And so off to college he goes tomorrow, and she's going to be coming over probably later tomorrow. I offered to go with her, and apparently her son is going to be driving, which is good, because she needs to not be driving. She will be an entire hot mess. The cat's been with her for a couple of decades. So one's to Jay, one's to my friend in the Pacific Northwest, and one's to anybody who needs them. Honestly, we love you here in the booth. And I will be back here tomorrow, hopefully on time. But even if I'm not on time, I will be back here tomorrow, same bug channel. And I hope that you are well, that you stay well, you stay safe, you sleep sweet. You remember to take your meds, and you have a fantastic whenever it is, wherever you are. Watch out for deer. And until I see you tomorrow, peace to you.